But we're here to laugh at you guys because Glenn Taylor makes the news. The Minnesota Timberwolves, 3 weeks before the season, a week before official training camp, just say the dude was reportedly at practice this morning, and then an hour later he is fired. He's relieved of his duties. Glenn Taylor puts out the most ridiculous statement ever. Quote, "The team is committed to staying aligned to achieve our short-term goals and reach our long-term vision." And my question, end quote, my question is, what the hell is it? What is it? What is the vision?
Well, I think the Timberwolves just want to solidify that they get another lottery pick. And no, I don't know. The whole organization is just a joke right now. And it has been for how many years. And who knows until Towns demands a trade. And just like Simmons, Rick says that he's not going to be there at training camp. It's gonna happen sooner rather than later if they don't start putting pieces together and actually winning games.
So what was that, Al? Karl Anthony Towns tweets, "What the fuck?" Literally, WTF? Like after this is reported by Shams, like so clearly they're not coordinating with their stars, right? Who's behind this? Because I think it's directly Glenn Taylor. Because again, he put out the statement. It's his. He's still the owner for like another couple transitional years, which makes no sense. A-Rod's got to be going, what the hell's going on over there? Ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. It sounds like no one is really entirely sure, but Glenn Taylor kind of made the decision on his own and just let him go. And just confusion in the locker room. As far as the long-term and short-term goal, I think it's to try to bring some hardware to Minnesota, but I'm not quite sure that's a tangible goal there.
Yeah, you don't get the plaque for finishing fourth in the Northwest Division too often. Here's what's so funny, too, is Glenn Taylor owns the Star Tribune, which has got to be a depreciating asset. But it's kind of a heady play for him back then because he's like, you know what? Fuck you. You're not going to say you're not going to write shit about my team in my paper. He literally owns the media company supposed to cover him. But no one fucking reads the newspaper anymore. This franchise has a 40% win percentage over its 2,500 games as a franchise. One playoff appearance in the last 18 years when they were an 8th seed with Jimmy Butler and then got gentlemen swept by the Rockets. Then Butler torched the first team in practice with the backups, apparently did it with a Rolex watch on, and didn't even take a shot. He just set up everyone else up and worked Karl Anthony Towns and then flew in Rachel Nichols on a private jet for the exclusive interview saying he wanted out. Any fond memories of you guys growing up as Timberwolves fans? Because I can't believe, like, you guys are coming. I hear Timberwolves fans, oh, man, Anthony Edwards looks great. What the hell is good as that if you're winning 23 games? Like, what do you guys have to hold on to except for KG?
Latrell Sprewell.
Fair enough. When he punched his coach.
The inventor of the data sprees. The wheel shoes where you step. I mean, those were sweet running up and down the court. But no, that 03-04 team with Cassell, Sprewell, Zerbiak, and Garnett, they were in the Western Conference Finals, is by far the best team that we've seen. And then, like you were saying, when they got swept by the Rockets, I actually went to both those playoff games because I wasn't sure we were going to see playoff basketball in Minnesota. Max.
Wow.
Well, yeah, unfortunately took an L there. I was working for the Wolves actually in their last appearance in 2018. So I can confidently tell you it was electric in the Timberwolves Entertainment Network.
People were excited that year when you got Butler.
Yeah, but people were super excited. Wolves finally make the playoffs and then they just get embarrassed. But no, that, like Al said, the biggest highlight for the Timberwolves is definitely KG. I think it came out with like the second biggest sellout ever in Timberwolves history was when KG signed back on with the Wolves in like 2017, whatever that was. Yeah. And I mean, with right now, with the Wolves, with their big signing of Patrick Beverley, and Patrick Beverley coming out with a statement that he's made the playoffs every single year of his career and he doesn't expect that to end this year.
Yeah, that might off to a roaring start.
Might be the most asinine comment I have ever heard.
So, I mean, you were around the team, right? You obviously weren't privy to these meetings, right? The front office, but did you get kind of sort of a sense that the organization is just a little discombobulated.
Yeah, it always seemed a little bit discombobulated. However, with Wiggins there and Towns there at the same time, and obviously teammates and Butler coming out with the whole thing, how they're immature, all they do is care about 2K, whatnot. And you kind of
stats. Karl-Anthony Towns is reportedly like been seen at games. He gets someone to hand him a stat sheet every game, and then he gets pissed if he doesn't get like a double-double. And it's like, yeah, so the knack on him is he cares about him and not really team basketball, which shows in the team defense.
Right. Now, I mean, I haven't seen this in a while, but when I was working for the Wolves and watched every single game, I can confidently say I did not watch every single game.
Yeah.
However, I used to hate it when Karl-Anthony Towns would throw his little temper tantrum when he wouldn't get a foul called on him.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden there's 5-on-4 and they just go down and dunk the ball. And then Towns gets a ball and he just jacks up a 3, doesn't make it. And then there's a 4 or 5 point swing. So,
yeah, that's interesting. You know, I need you to get Aaron Friedman for me. We need answers. We need to put guys on the stand. I want to talk to A-Rod. He's still in the PR department, right? Gersson Rosas' tenure, 19-45 and 23-49. Yikes. Fired Ryan Saunders, hired Chris Finch, same shit. Like, what is Finch? Who's next? You know, like, did Rosas hire Chris Finch? Now Finch is going, wait, I was just talking to this guy at practice. Now he's freaking in the unemployment line. I can't believe it, but